After various stages in development ever since 2013, the Flash movie is finally coming to the big screen, so you can officially get excited. It has been anticipated for a long time, but we will finally be witnesses to what this masterpiece can and will be, so without further ado, let's dive in and have a first look at how things stand and everything we know so far. Enjoy! The Flash movie confirmed. For the role, there has been a lot of discussion, but Ezra Miller will be the one to portray the role of the Flash, the Scarlet Speedster. The movie will be directed by Andy Muschietti and will be written by Christina Hudson, who also wrote Birds of Prey and Bumblebee. And despite being pushed back on many occasions, the movie is coming. But more on that later. The Flash movie arrived at the DC Fandom event last year, and the title role was assigned to Ezra Miller, who first appeared in the DCEU as Barry Allen the Flash in 2016, when he had 2 brief cameos in the films that year. However, it was the year of 2017 when he got a proper role in Justice League, a moment in his career when he was promised a solo movie to follow. Yes, the progress has been slow going, being pushed back several times, mainly the reason being different directors taking over the project. The DC Fandom event was supposed to be 24 hours long, but eventually it got cut in half and happened on different occasions in different periods of the year. All put aside, the event featured a guest list of over 300 names and panels for DC's biggest upcoming movies, television series, and everything outside of this. Both Ezra Miller and Andy Muschietti were part of the panel where some new details about the movie were shown, and another confirmation came when it was announced that the movie's plot will follow the story of the comics of Flashpoint. The Flash teams up with Michael Keaton's Batman. The first look about the movie, as we mentioned before, was shown at the DC Fandom event, where fans were given a glimpse of what to expect from the movie. An official concept art shows Ezra Miller's Flash teaming up with Michael Keaton's Batman, with the sole purpose of fighting off-screen baddies. At an earlier convenience, Tim Burton's Caped Crusader in the likes of Michael Keaton's Batman was confirmed to be part of the movie, and not only him, but also Ben Affleck's Batman will make a comeback yet another time. Having 2 Batmen can be confusing, but in the Flashpoint storyline in the comics, which explores parallel universes, different timelines, and multiverses are a thing, so anything is possible. Ezra Miller will encounter and probably team up with both of them in the same movie, but likely in different parts of the movie. And considering the Flash and Affleck's Batman already share the same reality, as we were able to see in Justice League, it appears that their meetup will take place first. The Flash's movie rating. The Motion Picture Association of America, or short MPAA, won't actually deliver a rating for the movie until the movie has finished filming, and post-production not until the movie exists in a form that is already hitting the theaters. But it should be easy to predict how the feature is going to be graded. Lately, the DC Comics have been venturing into the R-rated territory in recent years, especially with the releases of both Cathy Yan's Birds of Prey and Todd Phillips' Joker. But given how the Scarlet Speedster is a fun, kid-friendly hero, it would be hard to imagine that the studio and the filmmakers will develop the film with anything more than a PG-13 rating. This circumstance can change at any given time, which is if the production decides to throw a serious curveball with the approach in regards of the rating. But it should not be the case whatsoever.
You said that like it explains why there's a total stranger in my place, sitting in the dark, in my second favorite chair. Tell me about this.
Release date and trailer. As far as the release date is concerned, as of right now, the date stands to be November 4th, 2022, after being pushed from June the 3rd when both the director and the writer were first announced. According to resources, the movie starts filming in April 2021, and there aren't any known setbacks for the start of the production, and together with the several given cast announcements, it is bound to happen. Now, if you're wondering about any future setbacks or pushbacks, as long as the production isn't affected, it should not be the case whatsoever. With everything in mind, and seeing how this is the case at MCU, DC movies have been a subject to a delay or two beyond their control. And if you see any other movie shifting, any of the 7 live-action movies that are about to be released by the end of 2022, including the Flash movie, then the movie itself might be affected by the changes. Also keep an eye on the Suicide Squad, which is supposed to be released on August 6th this year, and the Batman on March 14th, 2022, both of which have to release before this one. As for a trailer, we'll have to wait a little while longer. Some scenes might pop out from the filming process, but if DC plans to hold its fandom event in August like the ones before, that is the place when we might see a teaser of some sort.
What are your superpowers again? I'm rich.
Cast. As we mentioned before, Barry Allen aka The Flash will be played by none other than Ezra Miller, reprising his role after appearing already with his debut in Justice League. The Flash got his role expanded by Zack Snyder's cut of the remade movie, and thus Iris West will be joining him in his solo movie, a character who will be played by Kiersey Clemons, who was cut from the first movie but brought back for the Snyderverse. Billy Crudup was expected to reprise his role as Henry, Barry's father, but had to be dropped because of scheduling conflicts, so the role will be recast and Maribel Verdú will play Barry's mother, Nora Allen. With the knowledge of the two Batmen in the movie, Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton will also be a part of the cast, with the latter being taken from the 1992 Batman Returns. The movie will also introduce a new Supergirl character into the worlds of the DC Universe, with a star of Young and Restless, Sasha Calle, portraying the role, making her first appearance as Latinx Supergirl in DC. Sadly, this is all we know so far about the cast, but news is on the way about new cast members being signed, so be on the lookout. Plot. One of the biggest, most hyped things about the plot that we were given was that the story of the movie will follow the Flashpoint storyline from the comics. There are not any specifics, but this is a big one. The story, which we have already seen in the TV version of the Flash series, focuses Barry attempting to go back in time to save his mother's life, only for his messing around to create a darker alternate timeline. According to Zack Snyder and his plans at first, before taking a leave from his first Justice League script, the failed attempt from the Flash is just what causes the appearance of the multiverse and the multiple Batmen. It is still unclear whether we'll see other elements of the comic Flashpoint storyline, such as Aquaman and Wonder Woman being ruthless warlords, and also Thomas Wayne being Batman after the death of his son Bruce, which also leads Martha Wayne to become the Joker. We think that the Flashpoint will be the jumping point rather than being a straight adaptation of it. Machete also teased that Ben Affleck's role in the movie will be very much connected to the emotional impact of the movie and his relationship with Ezra Miller's character. Yes, it's Barry's movie, but their characters are more linked than what we think. They both lost a lot, and this will be just the right emotional vessel of the movie, Machete added. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below how excited are you for the appearance of Michael Keaton's Batman, especially you, the long-lasting fans of the DC Universe, and also don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.